Hi guys, this is Annie. I hope you all are doing great tonight. And tonight I have a quick and simple mani for you guys, so let's get started. And here we have the items that we will need for tonight's manicure. I have my stamping plate with my scraper and my stamper. I also have a sponge stamper that I'll be using to do my gradient with. If you don't have one of these, go ahead and grab a makeup sponge. That would be ideal for this. I have some cotton on my cotton cloth to clean my stamping plate. To pick my jewels up tonight, I have my wax pencil. To peel my latex off, I have a tweezer, so you don't have to get this if you're not using latex. I have a cleanup brush for the end of my manicure. My nail polishes that I'll be using, my stamping polish, and my base colors right here. And also my favorite fast drying top coat. And I have my pure acetone and a roller tape brush with some jewels. So now that we have everything ready, let's get started. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have already applied my base color that I'll be using, and tonight I have used my Wet n Wild White number 453B, and it's called French White Creme. And for the color polish that I'm using, this one is from Sinful Colors and it's number 80, and the name of it is Dream On. So I'll also be using these two colors for my gradient, and for that I have my little sponge here that I'll be using. So let's go ahead and start the gradient, and as you can see, I'm just doing it in two colors, and then we'll get stamping. So let's go ahead and start that gradient. And the way I like to do it is I usually press down first to see where the color is, and then I start tapping. So I'll show you what I'm doing, and how I'm doing this is I'm gonna do half of the little sponge I have here in the red, and then the other half I'm going to do in the white. And if you don't have one of these sponge, like I said before, you can go ahead and use a makeup sponge. That would work just as well. And here we go, let's get started on this. So I like to press first, roll it about a little, see where it is, and then start really doing some gradient work in there. And I want to keep the tip of this as white as possible. So I'm not going down too far. I want to keep it halfway. And it looks like it needs a little more red to the top and a little more white right in the middle. So I'll do that. That's much better. Then I could start mixing my colors here to flow out. And that should do it for that one. So I am going to go ahead and do the other three, and then we'll start stamping. Alright, so now that my gradient is finished, while that's drying off, it takes a really fast time to dry off. So by the time that's being done, I'm going to go ahead and apply my little jewel to the ring finger, and I I've got these little golden hearts here that I'll be applying tonight. And how I'm going to do that is how I usually do. Apply a nice layer of top coat, put the jewels in there, tap it down, apply a second layer of top coat, and then we'll move on to stamping while that dry. And then when we're done stamping, I'll apply another layer of top coat on that jewel to secure it. So here's the first layer, and that red just popped. As you can see, it's a beautiful color red. And I'm using my favorite little tool, which is my wax pencil. And I'm just going to apply this right here in the middle, facing down. Tap it down, tap it down. And then we can move on to stamping. And for tonight, the stamping plate that I have will be my Born Pretty stamping plate, and this is plate number BPL007, and I'll be using this little image here. And I'm also using my Bundle Monster scraper. This is my favorite, and being that I'm using the Bundle Monster metal foil polish, I'm going to use my old stamper here. And just to let you know, if you are using these polishes from Bundle Monster, which is the metal foil, they do stain. They have stained my stamping plate here at the bottom. This is plastic lined, and as you could see, they did stain the plate, and also they do stain your stampers. So I've designated this poor little stamper here for nail polishes that are highly pigmented, so this is the one I'm going to use tonight. So let's get stamping, and again I'll be using this little image. The one thing you need to know about using this metal foil is you have to work fast. They tend to dry up really quickly. So I am going to give you a quick glimpse at the image and transfer it to the nail really quick. I have to do this quick, guys, otherwise it's just going to dry up on the stamper. I don't know why it does that, but I've realized that that's the deal with this. And line this up as best as you can. And I'm going to press down and roll because this is not a squishy stamper. It's actually a harder stamper. And as I'm pulling it off, I see I have a lot of lift off. So I'll just press that down. And once you apply the top coat, it'll secure whatever is lifted off. I don't want to break it. As you can see, it's lifting off a lot. But I'm just going to press it down to keep it there until I'm ready to top coat. And I will go ahead and stamp on the next 3 nails. So now that we are done with the stamping, I am just going to give that little jewel another coat of my top coat here to secure it, and I'll also be giving it a 3rd layer when we're done the cleanup, as I'm top coating the rest of my nails as well. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and peel the latex off before I top coat, and I would recommend you do the same, because if you top coat and peel the latex off, sometimes the nail polish that hardens on the latex as you're peeling it off, it will fall right back on your nail and get stuck to the top coat. So always peel your latex off before you top coat. And I am going to do it around, so if there's anything falling out, it's not going to go back on my nails itself. And as you could see, those little things are what I'm talking about that hardens up and they can go back and fall onto your nails. So definitely, it's not a good idea to try and do that after you do your top coat. And I'll just go ahead and peel the rest off. Alright, so as you could see now, we have, this is the polish that was lifting off. I'm just going to leave it, all these excess little polish here, because once I apply that top coat, it's kind of going to melt and keep whatever is falling off in place. So let's start with that thumb. And here we have to lift off on this, and you'll see what I'm talking about as I apply. There it is. It kind of went right back where it belonged. And when you are applying your top coat to your stamping images, always make sure your brush is loaded. Try not to go back over the same area twice. If you have a nice loaded brush, then you can go ahead and do that. But if you don't, avoid going back over the same area twice, because you will definitely smear your image. And I'll go ahead and I will top coat the rest of my nails. And now that we are done with our top coat, I am going to go in now and I'm going to clean up around the edges with my acetone and my cleanup brush. And that's it, guys. Here we have the finished manicure. I hope you guys enjoyed this video tonight. And if you have any questions, always feel free to write to me. I'll answer them as best as I can. And don't forget to subscribe for my upcoming videos as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.